Okay.
Reload.
You good?
Just how do you how do you reload this freaking thing?
What do you mean? Like put ammo in the mags?
Yeah.
You just drag the ammo into the magazine.
You also don't have to leave space for a mag like in Tarkov or it drops.
Oh!
It'll just swap out and replace it. Oh, no.
I was fixing my sleeves and I hit my mouse by accident and I killed Vic!
Bruh.
Dude, I swear to God, I didn't mean to shoot. Noodle here, and today I want to talk about the release and mixed review launch of Grayzone Warfare. And Grayzone Warfare launched on April 30th. They had their launch trailer and reveal date on April 29th and released the game the day after. And a lot of people thought that this was a big mistake and that they were just trying to take advantage of the marketing with the whole shitstorm that Tarkov and Arena Breakout was going on, and they were just trying to get a quick release and make a quick buck. And I'm here to give you my honest thoughts. I played day one release and I put around 10 hours into the game. I did a bunch of the beginning quests. I played with my friends, and I just want to give you my thoughts on how it compares to Tarkov and how it fits as a standalone game. Now, first and foremost, everybody's going to be looking at this game for a Tarkov replacement, and I'm going to tell you right now that it's not. It's completely nothing like Tarkov. The only thing similar to it is the fact that there are extracts, which you go back to your home base, your fob through the helicopter, and the UI and quest system is very similar. Everything else is way more centralized around a more like squad, Arma, DayZ type game. The looting feels nothing like Tarkov. There is not really a rarity to loot. There is not really a high focus on money. The game focuses highly on questing, the PvE experience, and eventually branching out into the PvE VP experience. So you're not going to get little to any PvP in the beginning of the game. Most of the stuff is going to be you working with your other squad mates, and you'll basically go do your quests, work with your faction, and try and unlock higher level traders while fighting the bosses and the AI. Now, the worst thing about the launch that I'll say was the performance. And if they didn't have performance issues during the launch, I would have been surprised. The game hit around 65,000 players during the release date, and during the recording of this video, which is on May 2nd, they are still at almost 60,000 players. So it's been a steady amount of players. It hasn't lost any player base. It still has the hype and everything like that, and most of the performance issues have been fixed. But oh my god, the release was rough. You couldn't squad up with your friends. You would get kicked. There were game crashes. People were getting kicked for cheating errors and everything like that. And the performance was all over the place for everybody. Now, especially with the performance issues and the server issues, a lot of people dropped the game right away. They joined in. They either had bugs or their game wasn't running properly or anything like that, and they dropped the game right away. And honestly, that's understandable. You have that 2-hour refund period on Steam. You join the game, you don't like it, it doesn't run well on your computer, or you're just not happy with things, refund it. But honestly, unless you're looking for a complete Tarkov clone, I'd say give this game another try, especially with the patches that they recently put in the past couple days. They've fixed a lot of the server stability issues. They've fixed a lot of the issues with people not loading in. One of the funniest bugs was people loading in naked and without their gamma container. A lot of that stuff was addressed really quickly, and you could tell that the devs actually care about the product. And the nicest thing that you'll see is that the devs are very transparent with things. Now, Merrick actually tweeted about this and actually addressed it, and it's really cool to see a developer actually address stuff right away. And I think this is something that they are taking advantage of right away, is seeing how other devs from other games have not done well with communication. They are directly going back and seeing what we're saying and giving us feedback and giving us answers to things. And one of the things that they gave an answer for here was the release date. And according to them, and it does actually check out, they actually planned on releasing in April, and they really did plan on releasing last year, and they had a bunch of setbacks that led them to April. They were actually going to plan on releasing in January or February as well. So The April date was just a coincidence, and it just worked out for them, which is really, really nice. They did also choose to reveal their release date on the 29th and have the game release on the 30th to create buzz and hype, so that was on purpose. But the actual release date and it releasing right now, they did not choose to plan and release the game unfinished. That wasn't their intention or anything like that. The build that they had for the test a couple weeks ago with the game was actually an older build, so this build that they did release had patches and fixes, and they took in feedback and everything, and you can see that they actually did fix a lot of the complaints, such as the helicopter speed and the AI and stuff like that. Now, with this being a game that is very, very similar in the style and genre of Tarkov, it doesn't feel like Tarkov at all. Like I said, the gameplay loop and everything like that feels more like something like DayZ and Squad and Arma all had a baby. You're going into these, it's not even a raid, and you go in with your faction that you pick. So there's 3 different factions that you pick, and you go in and do your quests, and each faction has the same quest lines, I believe. Right now, they're going to change that later, but you go in, you can loot food, you can loot water, you can loot guns and ammo and stuff like that, and some light clothing and armor. But basically you'll go in and do your quests, which are most like gather and fetch quests, or killing AI and stuff like that, until you branch onto the later quests, which make you do PvP as well. And the reason why I say it's not like Tarkov is because even though there is a gamma container and there is a looting aspect, there's no sense of rarity. When you die in the game, there's not really a sense of like losing your stuff or worrying about it. You can fly back into the raids and actually just come back and grab your stuff, as long as you don't die a second time or take too long. And if you have squad mates and stuff, they can just hold your body until you come back, so there's not really a risk unless you're going against other players, or if you are solo and you die alone. Now, if you're solo and die alone, then there's a heavy chance that other people are going to grab your gear, and that is the only time that I can see where people actually grab stuff and you have to worry about losing your stuff.
Don't you hate on trout fishing?
Making an entire family but not giving my wife or kids attention because I'm with the boys. Oh. That, what?
We're back. Home sweet home.
What the fuck? God damn. That's crazy.
But for the most part, if you're dying to AI or dying in random spots, no one really cares, and a lot of people actually, at least so far within the first few release days, are pretty respectful of their stuff. If they see you dead on the same faction, they won't touch your stuff for the most part, but that's not every scenario, unfortunately.
Hold on. Sorry.
I go
Okay,
into the
where you
marker.
at?
I'm behind you.
Oh, okay.
What is this guy doing? Are they TKing?
Oh,
They're
my
TKing
God,
each
they
other.
are.
I'm gonna kill the winner.
Oh, what the fuck?
What is... Bro!
Uh,
He's
why are
knifing
they
him!
taking-
Guys!
What are you doing?
What the fuck? What happened? Why did he do that? That wasn't very nice.
Why'd you kill your boy? He
Uh,
just...
uh,
what? Did
What
he
just
bleed out?
happened? What just happened? Now, with that being said, there are a couple things that I really, really wish get implemented into the game. The number one thing that I really, really want them to implement is in-game earbuds. As of right now, there is no way to actually deafen your ears when you're in the helicopter unless you have a headset, and the only way to get that headset at level 1 is by killing the AI, so you can't buy it right away. So at least either A, add the earmuff protection as a level 1 trader, or B, let us just have a keybind like the Arma games where you can just hit a key and it'll just plug your ears, or maybe turn off your headsets and stuff like that so they can give you ear protection, because the helicopter rides, for the amount that you have to take them, are so loud, and they're even loud when you're not even near them. So it'd be really, really nice for that type of feature to be implemented into the game. Now, with the looting system and everything like that, I really hope that they add some high level loot. Right now, other than just the regular gear and stuff like that, the only thing that you can really loot that has a chance of spawning on AI is keys, and you have to farm for them for quests. and that's the only real rare loot that you can get, is rare keys for quests or loot rooms and stuff like that. So I'd really like to see some rare loot that you can get that maybe you can sell to traders for more money and give more of a reason to leave raids other than just having quest items. It'd be nice to have a reason to kind of panic and get that adrenaline rushing other than just the firefights in the game. And I'd like to have a more of a variety of things to loot other than the same 3 food items and ammo and stuff like that. Now, the last thing that I'd like them to add on my list after playing is daytime and nighttime and weather cycles. It'd be nice to have a variety of ways to fight people and visibility and stuff like that. I'm hoping they don't do anything like the fog from Tarkov, which is insanely annoying. And I know that weather can be a high end performance hit on a lot of PCs, so hopefully they do it right and take their time with it. But I would love to be fighting nighttime in the rain and maybe have some NVGs or something like that. That'd be a huge thing that I'd love to see, and it'd be cool because if it's server based, that means that you can't pick your raid time, but you can actually have the entire server all on nighttime servers and everybody's playing at the same time. So that'd be a really cool thing to see. So as my end review for the game, I'd honestly pick it up even if it's just the regular edition of the game if you're looking for a good tactical shooter that's actually run by a good company. Now if you're looking for a Tarkov replacement, it's not going to be a Tarkov replacement, anywhere close. And I know it seems like it looks very similar to Tarkov when you're watching it and everything, but I guarantee you if you play it, it is nothing like that. So hopefully they keep updating the game. I can see this game has a lot of potential and stuff like that, and hopefully people stop comparing it to Tarkov. I just wanted to address some of the comparisons as me myself being a Tarkov player, but hopefully people can separate the game from that, because if you were to take this game's alpha release and Tarkov's alpha release, this game's alpha release is way better and already has way more features, even though it's a completely different style of the game. So hopefully they take that into consideration. Hopefully they keep updating the game and adding a lot of new content and stuff to keep us going, and maybe some events, new items, gear, clothing, etc., quests. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you pick up the game or if you're already playing and what faction you're in and how you're enjoying it. So leave a like on the video. Thank you.